Here's a look at Here's a look at the market for Friday, May the 11th, 2012. Starting off here with the Globex sessions. Let's take a look here at the value areas for the past few days during the regular trading hours. So here we go back to Monday. So we had the consolidation here Tuesday and Wednesday. We tried to move higher on yesterday and Thursday, backed off into here, did the same thing again today. Once again, market could not get above that 62 barrier. So this is, it's either going to bang its head on there one more time and then break through, or it's going to come down the other side and get below that 45. So I think this is really our containment at this point, which goes from here to here as our main resistance at 62, main support around 44. Now we are in this down auction, and we've had that since a week ago Tuesday, and this kind of pause like this could be just a pause in an ongoing down auction intraday. So that would be the likely scenario heading into next week. So I think we can monitor these two levels here I mentioned to see if the market really can either move above or below to really give us a good conviction either way. On Wednesday, the FOMC will be releasing its minutes report, and that might give us some more clues. More importantly, I guess, the market, in which case then we can move along with that. But now here's the regular trading hours only, so you can see these a little bit better. Well, I don't know, perhaps you can, but anyway, the Friday's move here, and then Monday, and then basically our sideways movement here. So just quite a pause here. Here's the key levels that I was just mentioning. If it holds below 44, look for 39 or 33 down here. And then the main level up above would be the 62. I think this 56 is kind of played out by now. But I think the 44, 45 area is still a pretty strong area. Wait to see if it truly can get tested come Monday and early next week. Here's that really good rally we had to kick off today. It started right down near support. It came right up to resistance here, 45 to 56, backed off a little, and then really burst through here nicely. Not really giving us a chance to fade this at all, which was okay, but looking pretty strong, and then ended up by forming another intraday barrier right at 62, which matched our intraday barrier at 62. So that was sort of giving us a double whammy there, and then we just had to try and work something out as far as actually getting on board. We really didn't get much in the way of rejection to get on board a trade. There was still a lot of that upward bullish sentiment here when the market rallied up. Had a little bit of a pullback here, a little bit of a pullback here, so it was still, pretty strongly being controlled by the buyers. So, had to kind of wait till it kind of calmed down or got really nicely rejected. There was an opportunity here on that first level 2 buying bar. Slow was taken out, but it didn't go anywhere. So not getting much out of that. You wouldn't want to stay with it too long with this really bullish environment going on here. The one time that we finally got something, we did have a level right here. We did this bar right here was a level 1 selling, as this was, which was really the confirmation, if you will, that the market had topped, at least for the time being, and that we actually had some pretty aggressive selling come in. The market never really did get back up into this resistance barrier as it consolidated here, and then we had a series of selling. But what I did want to point out was that we did have, and maybe I can just go ahead here for a moment and manipulate this just a little bit here. Take a look right in here. This is where we had a bit of a bounce, and I just want to highlight something here in this down auction that was interesting, because we had a level 2 buying bar here. First level 2 bar we had of the day. We had another one here when it went up and tested it. But as you can see, we had the level 1 right after it, but no full bars above, but we did get full bars down below. And then the low of that bar acted as a nice resistance area. As you can see here, both after the initial acceptance below it, came down here, and then had another little bit of bounce, came up and tested it again, and then just like the previous buying level 1 bar, we had acceptance below its low. Came back up here, came within a tick of testing it, and then continued on lower. So just kind of confirming the strength of the sellers, because when the buying came in and it was good buying, it was basically absorbed immediately, and the market continued to go down, which made trying to get long from the support area questionable. We did have a D-cell bar here, tried to rally a couple of D-cell bars here, a couple of very small buying level 1 bars, and then they get their low taken out. So it was, with the background of there, kind of precarious trying to get long at this time, and also at this time we didn't have the neutral filter. But then, we had the good selling bars in here and the good acceptance below. So this area could actually turn out to be somewhat of a, potentially a pretty good resistance area heading into, Sunday night or Monday's trade. If it should get back up that high, and maybe even test into where that previous buying occurred as well, perhaps even up in this area, up in here, and up in here, which is as high as 58.50 and 57. 58.50 and 57 in here, as far as potentially, acting as a resistance area. So I've got that news next week, and the market's, somewhat uncomfortable with a lot of this news, and the bears continue to look like they're in charge. So I think that's what we've got going into next week. So thanks for watching the video. Have a really great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.